Skip, it's a disappointing loss. I mean, LeBron didn't get off to the greatest of start. He couldn't hit a shot early and a lot of them was bunnies. Yeah, he missed some outside shots, but a lot of them was right at the rim. And so he was frustrated. He only had 4 points. But then they kind of got going. Kuzma kept him close all.
He did.
Kuzma was unbelievable
he was
last
unbelievable.
night. Josh Hart was unbelievable last night. And you fight and you claw and you scratch and you get your way back into the game. And then you get a stop, and then LeBron. I told you, didn't I tell you he be practicing those threes, the one hit he put on his IG? See, he practiced that. He practiced shots like that. He just walks up into it. Held a hand up. That was the pull. That thing was so pretty. I was like, oh, we got him. I said, we going to overtime, but we got this. And I'm already working on my material on what I'm going to say to you, Skip, because I'm starting putting pen to pad right now. So I'm doing that. I was like, okay, I'm going to say this right here. What you got to say about that? Boom. You know, I'm like, all this is playing out. And then now we're up. LeBron gets the and one with like 55 seconds. We're up 6. I'm like, we got this.
Whoops. Restaurant stayed open late, but not for LeBron.
What happened was I started counting the money, and the gamblers will know what I'm talking about. I burnt the money, Skip. I touched the money. Because I'm already thinking about what I'm going to say to you, and I should have just let my mind be at peace.
Sure.
Game ends, we win. Now I got time to write this down. But that didn't happen, Skip. Yes, I'm very disappointed. I'm very disappointed in the way LeBron performed at the end of the game. A lot of this, we talk about those 2 missed free throws. We talk about the missed shot. Okay, I can live with that. I'm talking about how he let Rudy Gay walk into a top of the key 3. You can't do that. You make him go. You don't give up that shot. And I get it. No, but Rudy Gay, you can't let him have that kind of distance because that's the only way they get back into it. You make him claw. Down 8 with a minute and something left in the ball game. You get to overtime and you're up 6 with under a minute to go. You got to win that one, especially with that guy on your team, a young team, inexperienced team. I can see them, but LeBron can't let them lose this ball game. So I'm very disappointed in the performance last night. I think I might be as disappointed in LeBron's performance as I've been in a very, very long time, and that's saying something. But I'm very disappointed in how
that's big of you to admit that. It took a while for you to get there, but you got there.
No, Skip. You can't miss those. Not in that. You want the ball in that moment. I want him to have the ball in that moment. And I know a lot of things going through his mind on that last shot. Because if he takes one more dribble and the guy comes, he passes it to Josh Hart. Josh Hart misses the shot. LeBron, you had just hit a clutch 3. Why didn't you take the shot? So he's always in an unattainable situation. There's nothing he can do that's right unless he takes the shot, makes the shot. Other than that, it's wrong because if somebody else takes the shot, makes the shot, they bailed him out. Somebody else takes the shot, misses the shot, LeBron ran from the pressure. So he can't win for losing, but I'm very disappointed because he's supposed to close the deal. He had the ball in his hands on 2 occasions, and he didn't deliver us.
That's 3 games he hasn't closed the deal.
There's a little
trend going on.
We're talking about the Spurs.
Okay. We are talking about the Spurs, and I'm glad you brought that out because last night, your man LeBron James did not have Ray Allen to save him against my Spurs the way he did in Game 6 back in 2013. Kuzma, yeah. Kuzma almost saved it. I got to tell you, Kobe would have made those free throws last night.
No, Kobe missed some free throws.
No, but he would have made those. He would have stepped right up there and iced both of them. Iced my Spurs.
We can't definitively say one way or another.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So, your man LeBron James giveth and he taketh away, if I can go biblical. I'll put him up on that platform because you're always saying he was like immaculate conception back in, what was it, December 30th, 1984? So let's put him up there.
Oh, really?
But he giveth and he taketh because he gaveth at the end of regulation. That was some shot that he made. That was a bomb.
14, fourth quarter point.
And again, it's funny because he saved them at the end of regulation. My Spurs should have won because the Spurs were up, what was it, 6 with 36 seconds left in regulation, and both Kuzma and then LeBron hit those bombs, and all of a sudden we're going to overtime. But I must point out to you that before that bomb was hit, on a miss by Bryn Forbes at the other end, LeBron, I think he got raked across the eye, I'm not sure, but he looked quickly up as they got the rebound and went, timeout, timeout. And I don't know if the ref saw it and gave him a break because the Lakers didn't have any timeouts. And if somebody had blown the whistle at that point, the Spurs would have been shooting a free throw and gotten the ball. And I think the game would have been over just off that timeout, right?
Yeah.
It was a Chris Webber moment, but the refs looked the other
Or
way.
David Black
they didn't
moment.
see it. Or
Remember
David Black.
the
Okay,
playoff?
that's true. I'll give you that one. So then, to LeBron's credit, but it's always better for him when he feels like he got poked in the eye.
Don't do that, Skip.
Well, and it's like, okay, the pressure's off. I'm just going to go down. I'm just going to shoot this. And he shot it with conviction from like 30 feet and just ripped it.
Yeah.
Overtime. And I'm just sitting back saying, what? What just happened? My team was up 6. It was like game 6. Remember when they were up 5 with 18.5 seconds left. So then we go to overtime. And the funny thing about overtime is, the Lakers should have won in overtime because they're up 6 with 55.6 seconds left. And then, to your point, the Rudy Gay play is a really bad play on LeBron's part, but that's been the guy over the last 2 years. Defense is his afterthought. Well, you got to get out and at least get a hand up. But you know, LeBron, he just plays in the lane. He's back in the lane. He's back in the lane. And Rudy Gay just pops out, and LeBron doesn't even really get a hand in his face. And I know it's really early, but so far and through 3 games, LeBron is tied for 338th in individual defensive win shares. And I told you going in, he just doesn't play. That's not his focus anymore. He focuses on the offensive end. He talks a good game. He calls out a lot of good signals on defense, but he mostly watches the other guys run after three-point shooters. So now you got a problem because he runs for the basketball, to his credit, and he gets fouled. And what has LeBron been? I've been saying this for 15 years on national TV, since his second year in the league. LeBron is a late-game liability at the free throw line. And I don't get it because he is obviously one of the all-time greatest players. But the reason I can't give you better than Jordan is because of this. It's the fatal flaw is that I started saying in his second year, he's running from the free throw line because he doesn't trust himself late in games at the free throw line. He doesn't have a real pure stroke with it. And it was just like right on cue, he misses both of them. So then what happens? Go down the other end. Yeah. Is Patty Mills clutch or what? Whew, you want to talk about clutch? Patty Mills has made so many big shots for the Spurs. He's only like 5'11".
And you see what Coach Pop did?
Yeah, called a play.
He called a play. He said, LaMarcus, you and Patty have been together for the longest. I'm going to trust you guys.
Yep, and he trusted him, and Patty came right off the screen and lost Lonzo off the hip of LaMarcus, and Patty went straight up and shot that jumper and ripped it. So now we're going to come to the other end, and here we go again. So the reason, like for years, I've been just beating the drum over here for this. LeBron James, I'm going to say it again, he proved it again last night, time and time again. He is the most unstoppable driver of the basketball we have ever seen. He would just bully the Spurs half the time last night. He just power down the lane, bounce guys off with his shoulders, and just lay it in. Or even if he needed one quick pump fake, because the Spurs are like the tallest team in basketball, he's still going to get to the rim.
Right.
And so in that late game situation, down 1, you don't really need to shoot a 3. You need to get to the basket, right? So do I expect him to drive the basketball on Rudy Gay, who's just an average, he's an okay defender, but LeBron can just bully him anytime he wants, and he can take him, especially going left off the dribble. And the help defender on that side is Bryn Forbes, who's a willowy 6 feet 3 inches tall, you know, unsigned out of high school. Nobody recruited him, then undrafted. You know, he's just a guy.
Right.
He's a good shooter, but he's not a great defender. So could LeBron have gotten to the rim? Sure, he could have gotten to the rim. But you know what could have been the result of that? You might have to go stand at the free throw line and make 1 of 2 just to go to overtime. And Shannon, he just doesn't have it in him, so he's going to opt for the fall-away 3. He shoots kind of a fall-away, fade-away 3.
That's a shot. You know, he likes to step to his left.
We saw him doing the bomb in practice that he made. Yeah. Now, that was much fun. That was like 5 feet farther than that.
That was almost falling out of bounds.
That was almost falling out of bounds. But he takes that shot. Would Kuzma have had a better shot? Would Josh Hart have had a better? I don't care. I want LeBron to shoot that. I'm fine with it. He missed it. On those kinds of going to his left in his career, he's been about a 32% three-point shooter from that side. I don't know. He's just okay. But am I surprised he missed it? No, I'm not. Am I surprised he didn't go to the free throw line? I'm definitely not surprised with that.
But still, my concerns is their defense, Skip, and their ability to hit open shots. They're giving up 41% from the three-point line. And again, think about this. Now, you said on opening night, they scored 70 points in the paint. The most anybody had scored the previous year was 68.
68.
Well, they did one better. They went 74 last night.
I mean, it took overtime, but they went 74. Wow. I agree. That's spectacular.
But it just goes to show you No matter how many points you score in the paint, if you don't stop the other team from shooting a high percentage from three, that's why everybody wants to shoot the three ball now, Skip. Because think about it. They're scoring 70 points in the paint, and they're still losing because they're giving up such a high percentage from the three-point line. Teams are okay, we'll trade you 3 for 2. Yep. All day long, every day, and twice on Mondays and Sundays. And that's what the Lakers are going to have to guard against. They're going to have to start shooting. Lonzo hit some big threes. Kuzma hit some big threes. But you can't let a team shoot. Skip, they shot 15 to 29.
28.
15 to 28. You're going to lose.
54%.
You're going to lose. You're going to lose those.
Plus, they shot 38 free throws to 26 for the Lakers, and Luke and both LeBron, they were both upset about the free throws. I'm not sure that was such a big deal.
I don't think so either, but the problem that they have, Skip, is that when JaVale gets in foul trouble, they become a really small team, and they get pounded on the board. LaMarcus Aldridge is a load. And so they really have nobody to match up with him because Skip, they'll let Coach Pop in that situation, he'll let LaMarcus. He's like, okay, forget ball movement. Back him down. 1, 2, 3. He's going to turn over either shoulder. He's going to get an easy shot at the basket, or you're going to foul him. And that's what happens. When they put this team together, I'm like, I still don't know how and why they put it together like this. I understand they got toughness. I understand they got veteran leadership. But it really doesn't work for what LeBron does really well, which is drive and kick. And another thing, Skip, and you saw this on several occasions last night, Lonzo Ball's got to finish the ball at the rim. He goes to the rim with the intent to pass.
He does every time.
He's not even looking. I mean, bro, you got to finish that.
He grew up that way. That's who he is. And I would agree with you. At 6 feet 7 inches tall, often guarded by a smaller man, you need to finish high at the rim because he can dunk it. He can lay it in.
It's almost like he's afraid because they gave him some great passes last night, headed down the hill. And what does he do? He gets there like, no, let me find somebody to kick to. Come on, bro. We need you to finish those.